everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a, why do I always readjust myself like that? Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on something. I haven't even taken it out of the bag. The newest foundation from Chanel, and it's Perfection Lumiere Velvet. Now, I bought this yesterday. I bought it a few days ago. No, I bought it Monday. Today's Friday. But I realized we didn't have testers yet, and we still haven't gotten testers, so this is kind of a blind guess on what my matte should be. Once I bought it, I did test it out, and it did look like it was going to work just fine. But I guess we will see if that's going to work. So the reason why I wanted to get this is I am really a big fan of Chanel foundations. That's really what got me into the brand in the first place. The first actually Chanel product I ever bought was the Vita Lumiere Aqua foundation when it came out 2-3 years ago. So Vita Lumiere came out, or Vita Lumiere Aqua came out, and then Perfection Lumiere came out, and now we have Perfection Lumiere Velvet. And this is going to not replace Matte Lumiere, but Matte Lumiere has been phased out because it was replaced by Perfection Lumiere. So now this is going to take the slot on the displays, at least, of Matte Lumiere. And so Matte Lumiere is no more. So I have the shade 20 Beige. Now something I do have to complain a little bit about is Chanel, their numbering system and their shade system is not coherent with all of the foundations. So I have a 30 Beige in the Vita Lumiere Aqua, and that one works perfect. It actually is a little bit light sometimes for me. I have the 30 Cendre in the Matte Lumiere, and that one works just fine. The 30 Cendre in the Vita Lumiere foundation is too dark for me. I'm a 20. And then a 30 in Perfection Lumiere can be a little bit dark for me. So that's the only thing, is I'm not the same shade in all of them. But anyway, let's talk about this. This is what we're here to talk about today. So the packaging is the same as the Vita Lumiere Aqua, except it is black. It's a black package, and it is not beige. But it's the same plastic kind of shaker bottle. And let's actually read the instructions first. So, in superb harmony with the skin, the perfect skin affinity complex maintains color, hold, and radiance all day long. So it says dark spots and redness are perfectly corrected without a hint of thickness thanks to the patented Perfect Light Control complex, a combination of two semi-sheer hemispherical powders. In an instant, the complexion is enhanced with a matte velvet effect. So I know that that's what they use for Perfection Lumiere as well, is they use the Perfect Skin Affinity Complex, which means that it moves, this is what Chanel says, it moves with your skin, so as you're moving your facial expressions, the foundation is moving with you, it's not sitting on top. And then the Perfect Light Control, I think it's a little bit different than the Perfection Lumiere. Two semi-sheer hemispherical powders, so we'll see. It says, use Perfection Lumiere after your daily skincare without a sponge or brush. Shake the bottle well before use to preserve the evanescence and lightness of the texture. Apply with fingertips, then blend in from the middle of the face outwards. Adjust the makeup result by dabbing more onto certain areas of the face. I didn't use any primer today because I want to see how it's going to work without. And I'm going to kind of break the rules because it says apply with fingertips. But I want to do, I want to use a brush. Okay, ooh. So it looks definitely very different going onto my hand than the Vita Lumiere Aqua. The Vita Lumiere Aqua is a lot thinner. So, I have 20 Beige. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see. So, let's try. Okay, this color will work. Yeah, I can work with this. So there's a bit more of a sunscreen scent than the Vita Lumiere Aqua. The Vita Lumiere Aqua, if you've played with it before, you know it has a really, really strong fragrance to it. I like the fragrance. I find it to be a bit much, but I do like it. Oh, wow. So something you should know about me, my preference is not something that is matte. I really don't like something with a matte texture and a matte finish because I prefer that radiance because I think it looks a lot more natural. Wow. This doesn't look like there's... Okay, let's try. So I'm going to test coverage too because I still have a bit of redness from my laser procedure that I had actually a week ago. So we'll see how it'll cover. This smells actually quite like... There's a little bit of the Hydra Beauty scent to it, which is a white peach fragrance, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's white peach and camellia or something like that. So I've used that much. I've kind of mixed them together, but I'm really not even having to use that much product because it's just really smoothing on my skin really evenly. Wow. Another thing I want to mention, I paid full price for this. It's like Chanel did not give this to me, obviously. And even if they did, my opinion wouldn't change. And so also you have to realize this is my first impression with using it on the face. I've seen it swatched on my hand, but that doesn't mean anything. So let's put a little bit on the forehead. I'm really liking the brush. Let's try fingers. Let's see how it layers. I did moisturize my skin, I did exfoliation, and I did use some moisturizer underneath. I used a Chanel moisturizer, not that it makes a difference. You can use any one, but I used the Hydra Beauty cream. Just because, I don't know, I was feeling really Chanel today. So let me feel my face, first of all. Oh my gosh. It feels just powdery. I still have a bit of product left. Where can I work it in? Okay, so let me use the rest on my forehead. Okay, wow. On my hand it feels pretty powdery. Wow. So this is, wow, it just feels like there's powder on my face. I don't even need to powder. And almost immediately after you apply it and you blend it, it feels like a velvety powder. It feels like I've used a minimal amount of powder on my whole face. Wherever I applied the foundation, I immediately set it with a little bit of powder. My skin feels like velvet. Like, I can feel the powderiness of it. I mean, it's not an over-powdered feel, but I definitely feel like my skin has been powdered. I do wish I had a bit more yellow. As we get into the summer, I think I will use probably a 30. Sort of slightly powdered velvet feel to it. I'm going to assume that I'm not going to even need to powder. I'm not going to powder, and that it's going to last. So I will see you guys later tonight and show you how it looks without any powder. I might have some eyebrow on or something like that, but okay, I'll see you in a little bit. So it's actually been about 15 minutes, and I looked using a mirror standing right in front of direct lighting, like sunlight. This 20 beige, this 20 beige is far too pink for me. I mean, looking like this part of my neck is like it's really strange. Right here along my jawline and down the back here, because the back of my neck, they're all really tan, but then right here it's pretty fair. But looking at it, I can see that this is way too pink for my neck. Yeah, 20 beige is not going to work for me. We'll see how it wears. We'll see if it changes, but yeah. Alrighty, so it is about 8:40, 8:35, and what I've decided is I'm going into work tomorrow morning. So I think what I'm going to do is exchange this for a 30. Because the color, this is a little bit too pink, too neutral pink for my skin, because I'm really yellow. Japanese. So I think even if the 30, I feel like I remember the 30 having a bit more yellow to it, and even if it's a bit darker, I feel like this is something I would wear during the summer anyway, when I would be just naturally a little bit darker, because it does have that nice matte velvet looking finish to it. This is, I mean, I didn't do any powder. I did have to do a little bit of powder bronzer on my cheeks ever so slightly, and I did do a bit of eyebrow, but I didn't do any powder whatsoever, and I mean, I have a bit of shine here, and mind you, I didn't do very much today either, but I think with just a little bit of powder, I think this would be unstoppable. I think this would be really long wearing, especially in warmer weather. And the coverage is light. It doesn't feel heavy. I didn't feel like I was wearing a lot of foundation. So I think this is something I would wear more likely in the summer anyway. So I think it would be just in my best interest, I guess, if you will, to get the shade 30, even though it is a bit darker than the one that I have on now. I could work with it, just put a little bronzer down my neck until I get to be that of a dark, you know, a darker skin tone. All in all, I do like it. My skin does feel, even though I'm a bit oily, it does still feel powdery and velvety. And it, you know, that's exactly what I meant, you know, when I said it. Like, my skin did feel like a velvety, smooth, slightly powdery, not in the dry sense, but in the smooth sense. So I do really like this. I'm going to do a full review for you guys once I play with it a bit more. But yeah, definitely worth checking out at your local Chanel counter. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will talk to everyone later. Bye.